Diego gets the troops right to the line, and on the first down throw goes down the middle, and it's a touchdown for Rylan Rodalonis. 13-0 lead on the board in the first quarter. Jackson again was got a fish, and this time the pass is on the money. And St. John's prep. Wow. This one's good! And intercepted by Anthony Caruso. And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Four-man rush. Throws across the body. Gets the troops right to the line, and on the first down throw goes down the middle, and it's a touchdown for Rylan Rodalonis. 13-0 lead on the board in the first quarter. Jackson again was got a fish, and this time the pass is on the money. And St. John's prep. Wow. This one's good! And intercepted by Anthony Caruso. And here he goes. The quarterback is on the loose. Four-man rush. Throws across the body. Looking for Peters. He's got him on the run. And look out. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown Exeter. Blitz up the middle. This one intercepted. Picked off in the flat. It's Lynch. Snap, hold, kick, up, and good. Got a first down and then some. He's got a burst to the right side. He's inside the 20, inside the 10. It's the Bolin. Great cut. He's going to turn on the Jets. Morrison again through the hole. Look out. On his first carry tonight, the junior Brooks Connors is gone. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Nashua. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you, getting set for our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. It's the Salem Blue Devils and the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Two teams on the short list of contenders in Division I, both looking to collect wins here in week number 4. BG on their home turf. They are undefeated. 3 weeks in under third-year head coach Anthony Nalen. Cardinals with big blowout wins early on in all 3 wins. In Salem, they're looking to get back on the winning track after a loss at Pinkerton sits them at 2-1. When we come back, starting lineups and then the kickoff at the top of the hour. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, back here in Nashua, getting set for this big battle in Division I. Cross-conference matchup between Salem and Bishop Guertin. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. We're presented by Beals Insurance. We talked a bit about the stakes here tonight, Steve, but what do we watch for specifically? Both teams known to run the football, both teams with a lot of speed defensively, more similarities than differences. So what do we watch for?
Well, when you really look at this game, it's the matchup is, both teams are 2-1, but the one loss is to Pinkerton and with Salem last week, and they played a heck of a game. As far as Salem did, Pinkerton's just that good. But as far as BG is concerned, it's the offense and defensive lines, and it's the same for Salem. There's not a lot really to unwrap in this game. It's just going to wind up to see who plays cleaner, who plays more mistake and penalty-free. But one thing for sure is this young quarterback with BG is something else to watch, and the connection he has with his receivers. That, to me, Nick, could be a big factor in this game if he's able to connect to them early. But a lot of this is a wait and see. We saw BG in the Jamboree, and they look really solid, and they've proven they're all of that. Coach Nayland the other night on our Gridiron program, really in a level-headed way, kind of said what he's got. But I could tell behind the scenes he's pretty pleased with his group.
Yeah, that's FNL Gridiron. You can watch that every Thursday live at 5:30 or check it out anytime on our YouTube channel, FNL NH Media. Salem set to get the football to begin things here on the road. Blue Devils with a win at Concord opening night, 21-14. They topped Alvern 48-0. in week number 2, and then a back-and-forth battle with Pinkerton before the Astros pulled away in the second half. They lose that one 33-19. Bishop Guertin 3-0. An out-of-state win down in Massachusetts at Pathfinder Vocational Tech, 35-8. Then they nearly shut out Merrimack in the following game, 48-8 the final there. A victory at Keene, lopsided 48-7. Our referee tonight is Mark Redmond Jr. It's a cool night, but pretty pleasant. Temperatures expected to drop down into the lower 60s. We've got a pretty good stand section to our right, which is filled by the students. A lot of them wearing black tonight, some of them with homemade signs. And we are underway here from Stello Stadium. Bouncer fielded, and Colin Salkovich, tough man to bring down, still on his feet, and bumped out of bounds just shy of midfield. Nathan Bowen put a shoulder into him. Great return by Salkovich. Expected to see him a lot tonight out of the backfield. The junior makes a good play on special teams to begin the game. They're going to spot it at the 48.
First down on their own 48-yard line now.
And now a first down and 10 coming. We take a look at the quarterback. Van Mason getting another start. The sophomore made his debut last week. And how he held up against Pinkerton.
Who's that now?
Van Mason, the quarterback.
Oh, very much so.
Set to break the huddle here. Mason face a 4-man Cardinal front on first down and 10 from his own 48. Hand off Salkovich.
Nice.
Looks for room around the corner. Spun down by Aaron Chimalecki. The senior, a member of that linebacker core, Steve, which has really looked impressive 3 weeks in defensively for Bishop Guertin.
Absolutely. Offensive line play and defensive line play, you can see here really early. Look at the size and the strength of the guys they have on the line. There's no surprise here that these guys are 2-1 and 3-0. That's a nice tackle here. Always, when your defensive linemen are making tackles at the line of scrimmage, that's a pretty good sign for your football team.
On second down and 8 from midfield. Mason with a hard count takes the snap. Handoff Jordan Zanini, one of the captains. Second effort, gets past the line of scrimmage, around the corner, and steps out of bounds somewhere along the sideline.
Well,
They're going to mark him short of the first down, back at the 43-yard line. Out of bounds about a yard shy, so a 3rd and 1 coming.
He may have gone out of bounds, but there's some real solid speed right there. He's got a motor. Look at that around. When someone runs that quickly around a corner of pursuing defenders who actually in the initial stages had the advantage, and then next thing you know, he's by you. That is serious speed. Look at that. Thought he was going to be nailed right around the line of scrimmage, and look at that blazing speed. We're going to see maybe more of that, I'm sure, today.
So Zanini, the senior, they're going to back the football up. May have been a penalty here, Steve, that we didn't see.
Yeah, there was. There was a flag thrown, yeah. Personal foul.
So the first penalty of the game is against the Cardinal defense. That's going to reposition the football at the 28-yard line.
Seemed like it came after he was out of bounds. Flag was thrown late.
So an early 15-yarder, a costly penalty for the Cardinals. Fresh set of downs for Mason under center, 1st and 10 from the 28. And off Zanini, left side. Plenty of room. No, it's a dive play. Well, that's how quick it can be. They fooled me up here. A dive to Jacob Beaudry, the senior. Didn't get much there, trying to follow the left guard for a yard, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Van Mason just did a great job handing the ball off, but give the BG internal 4 there a lot of credit for being able to pick that up. So they're reading very, very well. One thing I will say, the tempo, and you can just see by the attitude of Salem. They came ready to play. They know how important this game is.
Impressive so far on the opening drive.
He's got him in the end zone.
Sophomore. He's going to throw on the run. He's got him in. It's Jack Marconi down inside the 10. Lost the football, but they say he's down at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, Brody Longton was wide open going there deep, and he didn't see him. But you know what? That was a well-run play because you've got an underneath pass that you can throw there as well as deep. If you miss him, you're going to see the other. And Van Mason, that was his choice to go with more of the shorter pass. But if he had gone deep and he threw anything near the edge of the end zone, he would have had a touchdown.
First completion for Van Mason goes for 10 yards. The grab again by Jack Marconi, and now it's a fresh set of downs. 1st and goal here from the 8-yard line.
Brody Longton was the guy in the end zone. We'll see what he does here.
Back under center, Mason. And off to the big fullback. Takes a hit at the 2-yard line. Lunges for the goal line.
Almost there.
They're going to mark him down inside the 1. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe we saw Xander Wood take a handoff last week.
I don't believe we did either.
Against Pinkerton. But the junior gets his number called and picks up 7. And the 2nd and 1 coming. 2nd and goal from the 1.
BG bringing in the heavy goal line unit right now. Boy, they look big, Nick. The BG defensive line looks very big. You look at some of the numbers in there.
That unit hoping to hold here on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, you got 285.
Quarterback Snake Van Mason plunges in for the opening touchdown. Salem, impressive. They do it mostly on the ground. They call the QB's number inside the 1. And less than 3 minutes in, they're on top on the road, 6-0.
Decisive drive right there. There was never any question. And, right from the kick return, Salem, very, very hot, running very high octane right now. And as the night gets cooler, great night to play football if you're looking, especially if you're playing both ways. It's going to be cooler as it gets a little later here. Here's the kick.
It's up and perfect.
Looks strong.
7-0 Salem. So now the emphasis on the home team to respond, as a little bit of the excitement drained from this home crowd, which is still filing in here to Stello Stadium.
This could get into a gunslinging drive back and forth. This could wind up being a high-scoring game, Nick. I've seen this before, and then all of a sudden, it's after the third quarter, it's 14-7. However, it's certainly off to a rabbit start here as far as moving the ball down the field. And what's that, 2 minutes?
Yard line. Fielded overhead, yard line. Fielded overhead by Rocco Roy, the junior. Looks for room to his right. Crosses the 20 before he's met with a gang tackle. The Blue Devil defenders wear at about the 21-yard line.
Yep.
So here comes the junior quarterback, Nate Bowen. Remember, he won the job last year early in the season outright as a sophomore. Put on some physical, some size, some muscle in the offseason, and really was impressive when we saw him in the Jamboree.
Well, I think when we saw him last year come in, he grew every single week.
Hang on, we got a whistle.
Seems very comfortable in his role.
And an early timeout is called here by Salem. Our broadcast is brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in both Bedford, Londonderry, and now Epping as well. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TKQB Academy. Be the best QB that you can be. Reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. Also by Accurate Tree Service. Get a free estimate at AccurateTree.com because you only get one chance to take a tree down, right? And finally by Jewett Construction. Help us build something new. Find out the game plan today at JewettConstruction.com. BG, they open up their offensive drive with a run play. And it's a good one on the right side for Hudson Schmidt, the senior. Gets out near the first down stick.
Hudson does a nice move outside and then slides back inside. Boy, that was an impressive run right there of how he weaved. The offensive line did a good enough job to get him through. He did the rest.
A 9-yard pickup for the senior. Out of the gun, here's Bowen. Going to fire for the first time. Roy the target. Does he hang on? Yes, he does. Able to control it through contact as Junez was right on his back for the tackle.
Nice gain. They'll get forward progress all the way to the 39.
BG, they like to keep their foot on the gas. Coach Nalen going no huddle here early. 2nd down and 1. Bowen gives the signal here. 4 receivers set, 2 to each side. Looks like a 3-man rush coming from Salem. Snap taken, run play, handoff, up the middle, and
got the first down.
That's enough to move the sticks up to the 44. Carry there by Logan Curran, the junior. His first touch. Good for 3 yards. Well, a few teams, Steve, unbeaten through 4 weeks. We saw Winnicott win earlier today at Exeter. Memorial won last night. Bedford and Pinkerton are both 4-0. Bishop Guertin a chance to join that group. And then there's that next tier with the one-loss team, Salem right there as well, a chance to improve to 3-1. Meanwhile, a long count here. Finally the snap taken. Bowen throws, and he's got his brother. That's the freshman Jake. Stopped shortly after the catch. Salem's Jack Marconi is there. Brings up 2nd and long.
Make that play run properly. It's got to be meticulous timing. And had a little bit of a pump fake there, or a little struggle getting a good hand on the ball, and that was just enough to get past the blocker. Nice defensive play, I believe, by 51.
Only a yard allowed 57. There. Caden Alsop involved. He had a big game against Pinkerton last week. Meanwhile, on the rollout, 2nd down and 9, the throw, incomplete. Knocked away. Zanini in coverage, able to lunge towards that one. Knocked it away with the left hand. 3rd down and 9 coming.
Yeah, only had 2 receivers out downfield, Nick. So that's certainly advantage to the defensive backs there. A lot of blockers to provide him.
Going to go empty set here on 3rd and 9. 4 receivers left. Tight end right. You can hear some of the Salem coaches trying to direct the defense. Bowen airs it out, but nobody home. Incomplete.
Seems a little tentative, Nick. I'll be honest with you. In un-Bowen-like so far on that drive. Just having a little trouble seeing down the field. That was the 3rd kind of a miss throw, if you will, and kind of pumping the ball before he actually releases it. Timing's a little off. He'll get it straightened out.
So they did pick up a 1st down, but then sputter out.
Yeah.
4th down and 9. And a punt coming. 2 men back deep for Salem, lurking at the 25-yard line. This one nearly blocked.
Wow.
Bowen does a good job getting it off. It's allowed to bounce once before it's fielded by Salkovich. He's going to weave his way across the 30. Where he's met and tackled at about the 35, maybe the 36. Another good return for Salkovich on special teams.
Yeah, you could just see the energy level of the Blue Devils right now, Nick. I'm going to say is a little bit more intense than the BG is right now. They're just kind of starting out a little bit slow here. Salem just looks like they know they're the way team, and there's a sense of urgency there in which they're playing. But if you're BG, you got to get moving pretty quick here because it's 7-0. You don't want to go down by 2 scores on a team that appears to be rolling. We'll see if they can do. Good defense.
We're midway through the 1st quarter. 2nd drive for Salem. They'll start it with a pitch. Salkovich right side, and look out. He's got room. 1st down and then some, and he is gone. Touchdown Salem, a 64-yard strike. Colin Salkovich. He may have been untouched. 13-0 Blue Devils out in front on the road.
Well, just more of what I just said, Nick. It looks to me like they're playing on their heels. Things just don't seem to function at the same level that the Blue Devils are playing at right now. And, boy, that was a great time to make that call. And, boy, when you see those blockers come around the corner, as you will here in replay, you're going to see why that thing was a touchdown. They give him a crease. Look at that right now. Watch it open up, and there was just nobody there, and he beat the corner. Very, very impressive right now. The Blue Devils came to Stellos to play tonight.
Salkovich, the junior, showing off that long speed. Extra point good from Ryan Bryant, who is now 2 for 2. 14-0 Salem. Inside of 6 minutes to go, first quarter. 2 possessions so far for the visitors. 2 touchdowns. The latest, a 64-yard scamper from Colin Salkovich.
Without a doubt. So, here we go. We got a kickoff here. You got BG. They've got to get get everything in line here. Got to start playing with more intensity. Intensity creates opportunities, Nick. And right now they've got with a 14-0 lead or a 14-0 deficit. They got to get moving because I could see even on the offensive line, Nick, the defense was taking control, and when they were on defense, the offensive line of Salem was taking control. So I certainly didn't see this with 6 minutes gone, a 14-0 game. But it just goes to show they came off the bus ready to play.
BG hoping for a spark. 2 men back deep just inside the 14-yard line.
Coach Abraham's got to like what he sees out there so far.
Kick from Bryant. End over end. And again, it's Roy from inside the 10. Seeks room to his right around the 20. Breaks a tackle. He's got a second wind. Looks for a block down the sideline before he's finally spun out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, Rocco Roy, the junior, doing his part here for Bishop Guertin.
They need a shot in the arm like that to start making that second effort. Still looked a little sluggish on the kick return, and they've got a kick returner that came to play. And what he did is he just beat him outside. That was just great second effort. I'm not going to go down. My team needs a lift, and he delivered. And that does make a difference from the 23, 22-yard line, Nick. Instead, out to the 37. Gives them the ability to open up their playbook and kind of release Bowen's arm a little bit. Let's see if things get tightened up here.
First down and 10. Quarterback's going to put his younger brother in motion, take the snap, hand off. Again, it's Schmidt on his second carry, and like his first, he's going to produce 9 yards.
Good-looking runner, good slide step.
Tackle by Zanini.
Yep.
On his second stop.
Some runners, when they start juking, they don't really go anywhere. The thing about this young man is as he jukes, he's still driving forward. So he's lining you up and make sure he gets the good angle to avoid the tackle, but he's moving north-south every time.
2 carries, 18 yards for Hudson Schmidt, the senior. On 2nd down and 1, the playbook is wide open. Bowen airs it out. Yep, hits Roy at the 40, down to the Salem 38-yard line. Good enough for a 15-yard pickup and the second completion for Bowen.
BG's doing what they have to do. Looks like you got an injured player out here on the knee. Hate to see that when they grab the knee. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but number 66 it looks like.
That's Henry Yazbek, the junior.
Yep.
And Yazbek still down as the Salem training staff, along with Salem head coach Steve Abraham, going to check in on the youngster.
When you see him slap the ground like that, that's usually kind of a demonstration of pain a little bit. See what they can do there. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
Inside of 5 minutes remaining first quarter. If you're just joining us, Salem off to a hot start. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. The first ended with a 1-yard quarterback keeper from sophomore Van Mason, making his second start of the season. Colin Salkovitz. Then on a 64-yard touchdown run a moment ago.
That's a good sign
to double up the margin. And yes, sir, Henry Yazbek on his feet.
That's a good sign. You see him flexing it and lifting it up there.
He's walking off seemingly okay, so that is a good sign. Meanwhile, set to resume with the 1st and 10. Bishop Guertin in Salem territory for the first time. It's their second possession. The first ended the first down and then a punt. 1st and 10, toss. This is Logan Curran's second carry. And the junior able to slash his way down to the 35-yard line. Sick of the 4.
Student body right there, and he did the right thing. He dove right over him. I don't like to see high school players dive, Nick. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a dangerous thing, but in that situation, he kind of just dove over his own players. So, BG starting to turn things around a little bit, looking a little bit more chipper, for lack of a better word, and playing with more intensity.
A little more urgency down 14-0 at home. Bowen fakes the handoff, calls his own number, and it's going to produce some more yardage here inside the 30 in the end.
A flag.
Down to the 29. That is where the first down stick is. This is going to be close.
Yeah, I saw a flag.
Bringing up a 2nd and 1.
It's there somewhere. I saw it land. Yep, holding. That's a tough one right there.
Coming back against Bishop Guertin. There's the flag down at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough time.
First penalty, sorry, Steve. Second penalty against Bishop Guertin. They had a 15-yard personal foul on defense earlier in the quarter.
Yeah, I didn't see a hold, but it was very deliberate flag thrown. They must have seen something there.
So referee Mark Redmond Jr. back the football up. And BG will begin anew at the 42-yard line. So Bowen got a man in the backfield with him. Wing back left, 3 receiver set. Salem showing pressure off the near edge. Going to put Curran in motion. Snap taken. Bowen looks Curran's way. Now flips it over the top where he's got Chimalecki.
Yeah, got to make that block. 77's got to make that block there.
Brody Longton waiting. Makes a big tackle there for the junior.
Yeah, Vincent's got to hit that block right there. He makes that block. He's down in around the low 20s on the yard markers there on the yard 21, 22 yard line. That play is all designed. You just got to hold it for a second.
So 3rd and long coming, 3rd and 11. Again, a 3-man rush for Salem. They're going to put 8 in coverage. Bowen rolls out right, off the back foot, throws down the sideline, incomplete.
Oh, that's a flag right there, no doubt about it.
Yes, flags multiple are going to fly.
Yeah.
A lot of contact at the end of the route.
Well, that's just tremendous hustle by number 13, and Jake just ran by him and forced him to grab him around the shoulder pads there and hold him. That's just extra effort. They're going to need more of that to close the gap here.
Defensive back Jack Marconi landed on top of the intended target, Jake Bowen.
Well, he was holding him, too. He had his arm around his neck as he was breaking past.
So a 15-yard penalty against Salem.
Good effort by Jake.
The first of the game against the Blue Devils. Just over 3 minutes to go first quarter.
That's one of those little things about that extra effort in a game that makes a huge difference. Never give up trying, because you never know when the defender's not going to be aware of it. And he makes an infraction, and you help your team. That sun in the distance there is beautiful. Wow.
Sunset here in southern New Hampshire.
That's even better right there.
Beautiful backdrop at Stello Stadium, no matter what time of season, but especially in the fall. Meanwhile, a pitch.
Oh, nice.
Look out.
Good block.
Untouched. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Will Adams, the freshman. Well, Coach Nalen praised him with us the other night. And the freshman, he brings it to the house for the touchdown and gets his team on the board here, 14-6.
Well, the home team has awoken, Nick. There's no question. You could see this drive they were gathering intensity and strength and production every single play in this drive, and little individual efforts like Jake Bowen did on that gets him in position. The blocking's starting to pick up a little bit. You just get that funny feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game.
23-yard touchdown run for number 23 in green, the freshman Will Adams.
Well, they responded.
Extra point up and good, 14-7. High-scoring first quarter here in the Gate City.
They responded. That's what they had to do.
So Adams, on his first carry, takes it to the house. And Bishop Guertin able to cap off what was an impressive drive. Hudson Schmidt has looked good in the ground game early. 3 completions for Nate Bowen in the pass game.
Yep.
And they piece it together there with the help of a pass interference call on a 3rd and 11 against Salem.
Watch the blocking here. Nice job. Nice handoff. Nice. Look at that. Look at the blocking up front now. And that that block on, I believe it was number 4, Brody Longton, who's been everywhere tonight.
Yep.
Got the job done. Just kind of played him, pushed him back a little bit, and gave him the angle to get in the end zone.
So Salem set to receive. And now the question facing Bishop Guertin is, can they stop this Blue Devil offense? 2 touchdowns on 2 possessions so far. This one is Squibb. It's going to roll. One of the up men will bend down and field it. That's Ryan Bryant. Bryant, who's also the Salem kicker, pretty good returner as well. He's up to the 40-yard line. So good real estate to begin drive number 3 for Steve Abraham's Salem Blue Devils.
Very much.
Well, reminder, if you're just tuning in, we've been at it all day. We've got
nice breeze.
Already a broadcast in the bag. Winnicott and Exeter. That was a great back-and-forth game. We won't tell you who won, but you can check it out. And last night we were in Derry for Londonderry and Pinkerton. All those games available on our YouTube channel, FNL NH Media, under the videos section.
Those games, either one of them will not disappoint you.
First down and 10. Van Mason handoff. Zanini spins out of a jam, backtracks and reverses direction. Zanini has got a block downfield. Zanini's got the first down. He's got a stiff arm inside the 40. And finally tackled up around the shoulder pads.
Add another 15.
At about the 35. There may have been a face mask in there as well. Either way, a big run of 22 yards. And again, there's a penalty on the play.
This guy is something special here, no question. Looked to me, Nick, like a face mask there. You saw it on the replay, and it's immediate. Yeah, he makes the gesture. He got the call. That's going to be another 15 added on there, Nick. And, boy, they strike fast and quick. Remember now, Salem's 2-1, but they lost a hard-fought game to Pinkerton Astros, which are clearly alongside Bedford. I think universally agreed the 1-2, one way or the other right now. So that speaks volumes of how what we're seeing right now is Salem improving every week. If I'm Coach Abraham right now, I'm really liking the way my team, offensively especially, is playing.
So a face mask against Bishop Guertin.
Nick. He grew on me last week. Really liked the way he played, as you talked about earlier. But the more that I see of him, the more you see a typical Steve Abraham quarterback leader out in the field. He does a lot of things right.
Poised, excellent footwork.
Yep.
Sophomore in just his second start. 14-7 Salem. They're approaching the red zone following the third Bishop Guertin penalty of the quarter. Hand off to the fullback. He trips as he crosses the 20.
Not
He'll be
sure.
marked at about the 19-yard line.
I'm not sure he didn't trip over the kick out of his own blocker. We're going to see.
Second carry for Xander Wood.
Take a look at it here.
It's 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I think he tripped over his own player.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
Boy, that could have been a lot longer if he was able to stay a foot there. There wasn't a lot there to stop him. You're going to see it better. Maybe I could be wrong here. Let's check out. Yeah, tripped over number 57 because somebody on the defensive line was delivering the block.
Second down and 7. Zanini handoff. Stutter step, makes a man miss, but he's lucky to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Lost 2, maybe 3 yards there.
Yeah.
Now a 3rd down and 10.
Like to see Zanini run to the strong side where there's more area, Nick. Seems to me you pitch it out to him and get him any kind of open space. It's going to take a gang to get him down. I can't imagine how, it's going to take a heck of a safety or somebody to be able to drag him down. He is very elusive.
May have been the cornerback, Aaron Shimalecki, who finished him off. If so, he's got a couple of tackles here in this first quarter.
Yep.
3rd down and 9. Mason is back under center. Zanini shifts into the backfield. 4-man front for Bishop Guertin. They fake the handoff. They roll him out right. The sophomore is in trouble, and down he goes.
Yeah, sophomore mistake right there. He's got to get rid of that football.
Got sacked by Jonah Feliciano.
Yep.
The senior, one of the leaders of this defense.
Let's give this BG defense credit on that play. They were swarming, and they had great separation from the blockers in front of them, able to get free and create that kind of pressure. He had open receivers downfield, but that pressure never really gave him a chance to focus down there. In that situation, you just want to throw it out of bounds, especially when you're rolling out of the pocket like that.
4th down and 16. Offense going to stay on the field.
Yeah, you may have very well taken away a kick potential on that. That's why you want to really be thinking about what you're doing on a pass, and BG is going to take a timeout.
First charge timeout against the home team. Coach Nalen has to make sure that defense is set. The clock stopped with 28 seconds remaining. Well, seen a little bit of everything already, Steve, and it's only been 12 minutes, not even.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much all 3 games this weekend have all seemed to be turning out the same way. One thing, if you're BG, you're down with 5 minutes into the first quarter, and you're down 14-0. They've been able to close that gap. This is crunch time right here with only 28 seconds. With that big play, potentially keeping them out of the end zone here, BG's got to be pretty happy going into the second quarter, only being down by 1 score, I think. Yeah. They just were asleep when they got here, but they woke up. Good teams do that.
Been a few flags so far, 4 total penalties, 3 against Bishop Guertin for 40 yards. Salem had a personal foul of 15. And, of course, the Blue Devils scored 2 touchdowns on 2 trips. BG had to punt on their first possession, but responded with an answer. Just a moment ago, Will Adams, the freshman, a 23-yard touchdown. 28 seconds to go, first quarter, 14-7 Salem. A 4th down and long, and we've got a bobbled snap. That one is blown up, and that play never really had a chance. Bishop Kearns is there officially for a sack. And now a turnover on downs is going to give the Cardinals the football back at the BG 29-yard line.
Well, they got 25 seconds. Seems like a long time. But they're going to be able to roll it over right into the first quarter, Nick. So we'll see what happens. But this is an opportunity for BG to close the gap, possibly make a new game.
They're going to go with a double handoff on 1st and 10. And the counterplay will produce about 4, maybe 5 yards. As Will Adams on his second touch does pick up 5. And that should
bring us to the end of this first quarter. A quick start for Salem, but a response for BG. Cardinals looking to tie the game when we come back. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Start of the second quarter here in Nashua. 14-7 lead on the board for Salem. But Bishop Guertin has the football back. Getting set for a second down here. 2nd and 5 from their own 34-yard line. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. A cool breeze on a cool night here in late September. Both teams looking for wins. Bishop Guertin hoping to stay undefeated and improve to 4-0. Salem looking to improve to 3-1. Hand off, and another carry for Curran. Finds some room, spins to midfield, and is down in Salem territory at the 44-yard line. Another big run for Bishop Guertin. They want a 24-yard carry straight up the gut. Third touch for the junior Logan Curran. You see there, spun his way out of a tackle and tacked on a few more at the tail end of the run before Jewry Nunez finished him off. 1st and 10 Cardinals. They spot it just outside the 43. Handoff, Hudson Schmidt. Another player off to a good start today. Stopped just shy of the 31-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup.
Pick up a first down.
Schmidt now 3 carries, 29 yards unofficially. It's the 5'10", 180-pound senior has looked good. BG getting it done on the ground this drive. Yet to throw a pass, haven't needed to. Put the young quarterback under center again. Quick handoff. And the dive play produces not much, a yard, maybe 2. Feliciano gets his number called. It's a 3-yard carry in the end. 2nd down and 7 coming. Now Bowen. Scan the defense here. Defensive line shifted. 3 hands on the turf. 2nd and 7. Cardinals stay with the run game, but this time it's blown up in the hole. Good tackle from behind from Salem's Ryan Tott. He's one of the captains.
Bringing up a 3rd down.
And that stop brings up a 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8.
Spread it out a bit, 2 receivers each side. Salem, they've been content with rushing just 3. They're going to bring 3 here again. Bowen's going to air it out, looking for Roy in the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Guertin. A 31-yard hookup. Nate Bowen to Rocco Roy, the junior, reels it in for the 6, and BG a point away from tying the game.
You got to give BG a lot of credit, Nick. A lot of teams go down 14-0. They kind of get on each other. BG got to work, recognized where they were, and began the uphill battle. And now, with an extra point, they're going to tie it up early in the second quarter. They've changed the complexion of the game here. Second quarter was their quarter.
Extra point is good. 14 all. New game here. Salem, well, they came in seemingly, as you said, Steve, off the bus, ready to play, scored 2 touchdowns early. The last 14 points, though, have gone to the Cardinals as we take a look at the replay.
Absolutely. One of the things that the nature of this game just has been this sort of intensity and that started, and you can take away momentum. We saw it with Winnicott and Exeter. I think it went back and forth on momentum probably, 5, 6, 7 times during the game. And it just speaks volumes of the strength, of the mental strength of these teams and their ability to not give up. And these are the sort of tests that BG and Salem need by playing teams of high caliber in each other and getting the benefit to sharpen their swords, Nick, for future competition. When you look at the parity that's in this league, Nick, with so many teams strong right now, you're going to need this by the time playoffs come. There's going to be a lot of teams. There's not going to be any pushovers in the quarterfinals.
Each week that goes by, it seems like the consequences get bigger.
Absolutely.
With these games. Meanwhile, there's a flag on the kick. Somebody may have jumped early for Bishop Guertin. Offsides is indeed the call against the Cardinals. 4th penalty of this first half against the home team. 4 for 45 so far.
Well, now it's Exeter's turn. Now you were ahead a 14-0 lead.
Salem,
excuse me. I was just talking about Exeter. Now it's Salem's turn. They got a situation now where they had a 14-0 lead. Now it's an even score. What are you going to do? This is what I mean about this back and forth. It's excellent opportunity for both of these teams and both of the coaching staff to work with these kids to build that mental strength. Here we go. Short kick.
Off the squib.
Nice
Handled
return.
well by Bryant for the 2nd straight time.
Nice return.
And he's got some yardage at the end of that run with a man on his back inside the 40 when it's all said and done, down to the 39. So Salem will take that. Offside call, and then a bouncer right to Bryant, who was up for the task on the return. So the Blue Devils, again, 2 touchdowns to show for their efforts in that first quarter.
That's good hard running on the return right there.
And then things collapsed late in that drive. They turned it over on downs with a bad 4th down center quarterback exchange. 1st and 10 from the BG 39. Golden starting field position here for the visitors. They're going to pitch it left side. Zanini
Nice
surveys,
cut.
Yep, jump cut at the 35 and leans down to about the 32.
That's what I look for in a runner right here. When you start analyzing, comparing runners and their gifts, well, speed's a wonderful thing, but the ability to know how to run with that speed is critical. And Zanini did right there what, as a coach, you want to see. He stretched the field, realized it wasn't going to happen around the outside corner, plants that foot, and then drives right in. And what does he gain? What was that, about a 5-yard, 6-yard gain there, Nick?
Give him 8 in the end.
Give him 8. There you go. Yep.
Down
so
the 31-yard line.
All based on just smart decisions.
Zanini's look good. 33 yards on 4 carries.
Oh,
Here
I've been
comes
waiting
number
for this.
5. Again on a toss. Outside. Makes a man miss. Dances down to the 25. And all that effort produces another Salem first down.
Whoop,
And a
flag down.
Yep. Flag is thrown several seconds after the tackle.
Watch how he just stops on a dime here. Look at this. Look at these moves. Wow, and he protects the football. Almost lost it right there. Did someone come in late? I can't really tell what's going on.
It may have been in the pile, a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. And again, the flag is down in the area of the tackle. I got a feeling this was a little extracurricular.
I think so, Nick.
Got a personal foul against Bishop Guertin. So the defense a little overzealous there. 5th penalty against Bishop Guertin, only 1 so far against Salem. Blue Devils will take that. 1st down and 10 coming from inside the 13-yard line. Also, Steve, we've seen a combination
of 3 different personal fouls, 2 against Bishop Guertin, 1 against Salem.
Yep.
Been chippy in this first half.
Well, there's a lot of stake in this game.
1st and 10. Back to the ground,
Again.
straight ahead, touchdown Salem.
Very impressive.
Touchdown, Blue Devils.
A quick strike, fullback dive, Jacob Beaudry. Caught the defense by surprise there, into the end zone in a flash to make it 20-14.
Well, if you're the coaching staff, specifically the offensive coaching staff of the Blue Devils, Nick, you're really liking what you're seeing with this Van Mason fella here. Watch how he sells this fake, and then he rolls out, and everybody's watching him while the runner is running in the end zone. We saw that in Exeter today. We saw it with a little bit as well with Winnicott. But the quarterback play and going the extra mile to sell those fakes opens up all kinds of deception.
High snap, but a good hold and a good kick. As Bryant splits the uprights again, he's 3 for 3. 21-14 Salem. Just over 3 minutes gone by second quarter. As the skies continue to darken here in Nashua, the lights are on and becoming more and more necessary. Salem has now scored 3 touchdowns on 4 possessions, Steve. And as you said, the quarterback has been in the eye of the storm, so to speak, for the Blue Devils.
Oh, there's no question. He's leading his football team, and he's leading by example at times when they've needed him the most. He has come through. Very impressed with both these quarterbacks.
Beaudry, the latest to get in the end zone, a 13-yard score for Salem.
Coach Nalen having some very, very strong discussions with one or at least one, maybe 2 of the officials on the sidelines. I don't think he liked that call, to be honest with you. I don't know why, but he was
upset about the penalty.
Upset about the penalty, I believe. Don't know.
Well, back and forth. It's been the slogan of the day. The Exeter Winnicott game had several lead changes, and here at this juncture, Salem jumps back out in front 21-14. This one fielded by the freshman Jake Bowen. It's a pretty good return for the youngster. He's tripped up after crossing the 30. Cut down below the knee by Josiah Pabone, a sophomore for Salem. And Bishop Guertin with pretty good starting field position here at their own 32. Bowen already with a catch. And he looked good back in late August when we did the Jamboree broadcast from Manchester, the Queen City Jamboree. As we know, that's an annual competition, a 2-quarter scrimmage essentially between Bishop Guertin and that night it was Manchester West. But that Bowen connection caught our attention, and pretty good play on special teams there for Jake. All right, a 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle and rolling across the 35 to the 36 goes Logan Curran. He's been busy with 4 carries in this first half. That one for 6.
Well, we thought these teams were going to be pretty well matched, Nick. One of the reasons we're doing it tonight, and so far, each of them are having their share of moments here, and it's a 21-14 game with BG has the ball, has the opportunity to run a good drive down here and tie it up. If they do, it's going to kind of come out, at least in the first half.
See which defense can make a play. No turnovers either way so far. 2nd down and 4. Long count here as the junior Bowen takes his time. He's facing a 4-man rush. He throws a dart, and there's the catch. 15 yards downfield for a first down. Second grab for Rocco Roy. He's got a 31-yard touchdown catch to his credit tonight as well. You see Bowen. To survey the field there for several seconds. Good protection by that Cardinal O-line. And he hits Roy for a 15-yard pickup. 1st and 10 coming for Bishop Guertin. Salem brings an extra man to the line of scrimmage defensively. Toss play. Curran reading the room. Crosses midfield.
Nice gain.
Runs behind a wall of green down to the 46-yard line. It's about a 7-yard pickup. Curran with 44 yards unofficially on 5 carries. 5 minutes in, second quarter. BG open to tie the football game yet again. Coach Nalen
in the ear of the quarterback. Bowen says something to the offensive line. And now a three-man rush from Salem. Bowen throws it deep, looking for Roy. He's got him again, inside the 5. Tackled by Nunez at the 2-yard line.
Well, let me tell you something there, Nick, with Rocco Roy. You want to watch a man run a route the way it's supposed to be run. He never slowed down. He ran down the field, and he believed in his quarterback, and that's through a lot of work. Look at the speed. He's got the break, and he runs into the football. What a great pass by Bowen, and Rocco did what his quarterback needed him to do. And how about that offensive line giving him that time?
44 yards,
nice
the
pocket.
result.
Yep.
Longest play from scrimmage either way so far today, except for the 64-yard touchdown from Solkovich.
Yep. Coach Bowen.
Meanwhile, speaking of touchdowns, into the end zone.
What a game.
Bishop Guertin right back within a point at 21-20.
Now, this is not a boring weekend by any stretch with these 3 games we're seeing here. So they get the extra point. Let's just say they do. We're at 6:29 left, second quarter, and tied. It's a shootout. You just got the feeling it's not going to stop, Nick. These offenses are a little bit too prolific for the defenses to stop them.
Extra point try.
That's a good holding job.
And Bowen's got no problem there, right down the middle. The big play on the drive, the 44-yard hookup that sets up the short 2-yard score. Bowen to Roy. It's been a fun combo to watch in the BG pass game tonight. And we thought there'd be some points here, Steve, tonight, but how about 42 already on the board combined just midway through the second quarter?
Yeah, just what we're seeing is something here. And these defenses are still good defenses, Nick. There's no argument there. And, one thing for sure, that these offenses are potent right now. You've seen it with Bowen, that Bowen connection with his receivers, but, boy, what I just saw out of Rocco Roy was that he's got a group of weapons that he can go after here.
Will Adams, the 2-yard touchdown run, the second of the night for the freshman. And he kills that drive in emphatic fashion, a smashing run inside the 2 to get it done. Adams, 2 touchdowns, Steve, just 3 carries.
Yep.
Talk about production. Another squib kick handled by Bryant. That's been one of his duties tonight. And another good return for the senior, able to turn his back to the defense and work it up to the 48-yard line.
I don't think Coach Nalen and crew has any interest in letting number 0 receive the ball for a run back in open field. I concur. I wouldn't either.
That's Jordan Zanini.
Ooh, he is something.
It's been fun to watch on offense tonight.
Yep.
Of course, the long play I alluded to, Colin Salkovich, 64-yard touchdown for Salem. That put the Blue Devils up 14-0. And then the back and forth responded Will Adams for Bishop Guertin, Nate Bowen to Rocco Roy. BG tied the game early in the second quarter. Jacob Beaudry, 13-yard touchdown, puts Salem back in front. And then a moment ago, Will Adams, 2-yard TD, 21 apiece as we hit the midway point here, second quarter. BG, 5 down linemen here, expecting a run on 1st and 10. And indeed we'll get one. A pitch to Salkovich, right side, navigates down to the 45.
Wow.
First down, breaks a tackle.
Look at this.
Alive at the 30, and there he goes for the touchdown. A 52-yard scamper for Colin Salkovich. Second touchdown of the night for the junior, and that one was just as impressive, if not more so, than the first.
Absolutely, Nick. What you see right here, you're going to see it on replay. Good running back coaches teach their runners to run with forward lean. Watch the forward lean as he breaks these tackles. He becomes very stealth. Look at the forward lean. He's using small driving steps and leaning forward, and that's why he broke those tackles. And, boy, that was impressive. Nobody could get to him. I mean, I'm not saying it's great tackling either, but what you want to do is exploit that. Look at the forward lean. Wow. That's textbook running right there by that young man.
52-yard touchdown run. Extra point is good. Bryant is 4 for 4, and it's 28-21.
Well, it's not a shootout. It's just a potent offense on both sides of the football here. Boy, if I'm the coaching staff of Salem and BG for that matter. You know, Salem's coming off a loss last week to Pinkerton. Hard-fought game.
33-19.
33-19, and there were opportunities for Salem to make that closer. There really were. And but the running back advantage, what it appeared last week that Pinkerton had over Salem was just too much to overcome. But they've got their stable already well-fed and ready to go. And there's a lot of production. This isn't just the number 0 show, Jordan Zanini. This is a whole host of running backs that are getting the job done, and that offensive line is blocking the way each one needs to be blocked on every one of these plays. If I'm the offensive coordinator of Salem, I'm saying to myself, the execution is high to the design of the plays.
Colin Salkovich already well over 100 yards, 118 on 3 carries, including that latest touchdown of 52 yards.
Ooh.
The freshman Bowen lets it bounce. He's
Nice
going to
move.
bounce outside of the 15 and is driven down at about the 20. And good return by the freshman. Tackle made there for Salem by Wyatt Goldman, the senior.
Boy, you could just pull out a nice lounge chair, Nick, and sit right on the base of these stands and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful view.
Yep, good view, good breeze tonight, and a good temperature as well. Still in the 60s here on what's been a gorgeous
New
late
England
September New England night is right. First down and 10 from the 20. Cardinals with 4 receivers, 3 strong side left, 3 down linemen for Salem, as has been the customary look so far tonight by this Blue Devil defense. They roll out Bowen, throws off the back foot. There's another catch.
Wow.
It's Roy again, first down and then some, up to the 34-yard line after a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, this pair's got chemistry right now, Nick. They're a lethal connection right now. And look at the timing. Look at that. Runs to the weak side, opens up to the weak side, and just shows the kind of quarterback that he is and the arm strength that he has, as well as athleticism.
Tackle from behind by Pabone, who's been active for Salem.
And Rocco knows enough to come back to the ball, make the catch, make a nice inside curl, and get some more yardage.
A pitch on first and 10. Curran with a scurry across the 40 up to the 41.
That's a good cave of the defensive lineman at the point of attack. Watch this here. You're going to see it. Watch him completely get caved in. Look at that, number 76. That's what you do. You take that over, you take it out, nice inside cut. That's good running right there, and a good play design, and some linemen that love to open holes. That's just domination right there.
Second down and 3. Bowen's going to put a man in motion and toss to him. It's Sam Fayed on his first carry. He's got a first down. Around the corner, across the 45, and up to about the 48.
Well, number 77 out there, Vincent Nalen, who's a freshman. A freshman, 252, 6'2", and missed a block there early in the game, but I've been kind of keeping an eye on him, and he's hitting every one of them now. I did see him come over the line. I didn't see what Coach Nalen was saying from up here, but it looked like he was letting him have it when he missed that block. Well, let me tell you, he's proven why he's out there right now. That was a great outside block.
Yeah, impressive stuff by the freshman. So Pinkerton heralded freshman Harry Yawn last night. A rare sight up here in New Hampshire, at this level anyway, to see freshmen up front. Meanwhile, the catch by Fayed, second straight touch.
Nice tackle in place by Salkovich.
Down to Salem's 48-yard line, second straight stop for Salkovich.
Yeah.
He's got 2 touchdowns on offense, as we mentioned. Down to 4 minutes, second quarter. Bishop Guertin trailing here 28-21. Salem scored the first 14 points of the game. Second and 6. Coach Nalen flashing some hand signals. Junior quarterback Nate Bowen having a conversation, it looks like, with the slot receiver to his left. On second and 6, we get a throw over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted.
Triple coverage.
In and out of the hands of what looked like the linebacker, Jack Richard. And now a third and 6 on the way.
Yeah, that's not a throw that Nathan wants to make. He threw it into triple coverage. He's very confident of the velocity of his arm, but that's just too much traffic to throw in no matter how good you are.
It was actually Jack Marconi who got a piece.
But, yeah, saw that.
But either way.
Yeah.
Dangerous throw, incomplete. Third down and 6. BG looking for the 42-yard line. Again, it looks like Salem's going to drop 8 in coverage here. Handoff instead. It goes up the middle. It's Hudson Schmidt going to attack that 3-man front on the ground, and it pays off. First down, Bishop Guertin.
If you've got a good inside runner like that, there's a lot of stuff. Watch the inside running. There's an art to it. Watch the slide step. Look at the slide step right there. Then he cuts back inside and grabs 2 or 3 more yards on that. He's a very, very talented. You need a good inside runner to have a great football team.
Schmidt's having a good first half. Only 4 carries, but 37 yards, including 8 there on third down. Meanwhile, looked like a bobbled snap. BG fortunate to recover and actually produce yards as Feliciano gets down to the 36.
Yeah, Nick, I don't know how he made that handoff. I mean, he just a split second before got possession of it himself.
Just a 2-yard carry for the senior Feliciano. Inside of 3 minutes until halftime. 28-21. Second down and 8. Direct snap, quarterback keeper. First down BG. Inside the 20 and down to the 16.
He can do it all.
Big run there. 20-yard pickup. Just the first carry for the quarterback, Nathan Bowen.
He's a multi-skilled athlete, Nick. He's got great pocket presence when he's in the pocket. He's not afraid to get hit. He knows how to step up. He knows how to roll out on both a weak side, strong side, and he can run the ball. He's excellent at creating deception in the offense. Good handoff guy. Look at him, willing to block here.
Yep, left side run. This one blown up, though.
He's got it all.
Good read by Salem. Several defenders in the zone there. Jack Richard, another stop. And a 2nd and 10 coming as BG loses a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. Final 2 minutes before halftime. Coming up at halftime. Stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, and more. It's all coming up at the break.
Yeah. Well, the big game was the one we just came from.
Exeter and Winnicott. 2nd and 11. Screen pass.
Well
but
covered.
That one blown up immediately upon the catch. Marconi is there and celebrating after the tackle. Fayette with the catch, but he lost 2 yards.
Watch the pickup here. You're going to see very smart, intelligent ball player. Sees it. Oh, look at it. All swarming to it. That's good defense right there. Number 8, Jack Marconi.
He's been busy defensively for
Been
Salem.
busy, yes.
Clock ticking here. Down to 1:15. Third down and 13. Under center is Bowen. 2 wings to his right. Fakes the handoff to the tail. Throws to the flat. The catch is made. And all the way down to the 10 is Chmielewski. It's going to be close to a first down. Maybe about a yard shy. On 3rd and 13, they go to the air. Chmielewski's got his 2nd catch. Needed 13. They give him 12. And a 4th and 1 is coming up. Bishop Guertin going to call for time here as Coach Nalen looks to draw something up as we get a look at the replay. Tackle made by Nunez. It's been active out of the secondary. Bishop Guertin hoping to tie the game. Of course, BG, Steve potentially could quote-unquote double up as they're set to receive the opening kick of the second half.
Well, they've had a good second quarter. I mean, both teams have been moving the ball in both quarters, but this is BG's quarter. Salem started off with 14. I believe they've scored. BG scored 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, or at the very close of the first, and Salem has scored 2 touchdowns because it was 14.
Yes, Cardinals got on the board with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2 of the 3 touchdowns in this second quarter. Salem 14 and 14 if you break it down by the quarter.
But they have to check this thing in here. 56 seconds.
4th down and a long one. First down marker is somewhere between the 7 and 8 yard lines, and hang on.
Both blaming both. Generally speaking,
the left tackle, Vincent Nalen, the freshman who we praised a moment ago, involved in the premature start there. And it looks like a false start. It's going to turn what was a 4th and 1 into a 4th and 6.
Yeah, that young man's a freshman. looking like that, what's he going to look like in his junior and senior year, Nick?
Listed at 6'2", 252.
Yeah, he looks strong.
So 4th and 6. Penalties starting to hurt Bishop Guertin. 6 in this first half. 4th and 6. Salem rushes 3 again. A quick strike on a slant, incomplete. Overshoots the intended target. That was Dion Cisse, the sophomore. Incomplete. A win for the Salem D. They take over. Lead still intact. 28-21. 53 seconds to go before the break.
Big spot there in the football team. BG wasn't able to get it done. And with 53 seconds, I mean, that's not a lot of time. But if you're Salem defense, you got to be pretty happy right now with what you were just able to accomplish. It was going to be a tight pass there. To me, you just got to give Salem a lot of credit here when it really counts. Interested to see if they're really going to make a go of it with 53 seconds and 2 timeouts.
We'll see how aggressive
they are. We'll see how it goes.
Van Mason going to hand off.
No, they're going to run it.
And it's a dive for Jacob Beaudry. Just his 3rd carry of this first half. It's a 2-yard gain.
Clock's running.
Trigger the clock inside of now 40 seconds to go.
Clock's running. They're going to let it go. Don't necessarily disagree with this. I think Steve wants that 28-21 lead. Don't get too risky.
Van Mason has only had to complete 1 pass in this first half. Been a ground-oriented approach, as usual, under Steve Abraham. And misdirection here is going to free up some run room for Salkovich. Jump cut at the 40, spins away from a second defender before rolling up to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, might like to have had that timeout called earlier there with a run like that, but you never know. You know, he moved it out. They'd probably take 1 shot down the field, and they may not. Who knows?
9 seconds to go. Pretty good run there.
Yeah,
trying to do the
was.
quick math. 37 more. As this explosive first half for the junior Colin Salkovich continues.
But could still have 40 seconds on the clock, Nick, right now if a timeout was called immediately after the first.
How about 155 yards on 4 carries for Salkovich?
I believe it. He's busting up big chunks.
Had a 64-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, and then a 52-yard score also on the ground in the second quarter. Coach Abraham got to be pleased with that. 28-21. Salem, though, looking for more. 9 seconds to go. Blue Devils, I believe, still with 2 timeouts.
Well, hang in there, folks, at halftime. We're going to have both bands.
Yep. Here's a handoff. Zanini goes around the corner. Tiptoes away from one man at the 45. Breaks a tackle at the 50, where he's finally wrestled out of bounds. 0's on the clock. And that should do it. After a 7-yard pickup there for Zanini. 28-21 Salem. Blue Devils looking good on the road at halftime. In just a moment, as Steve mentioned, live on-field entertainment. Got a 15-minute break here. They're going to trot out the bands onto the field. So some musical entertainment coming your way, plus stats, highlights, and analysis. Full recap of that first half and an out-of-town scoreboard to get to as well. 28-21 Salem. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471 888-888-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
It's fine, yeah, because it's hardline internet. With no internet, which is weird.
Let's give it up for our BG band.
Start of the second half here in Nashua. Got a 28-21 Salem lead. With the Bishop Guertin Cardinals set to receive the opening kick for the third quarter. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. A lot of offense in that first half. Salem, they got busy right away. Van Mason, a 1-yard score, capped off the opening drive.
Welcome back to the second
7-0.
half of this Division I matchup.
BG had to punt. Colin Salkovich, a play later, with 64 yards to the house. Part of a monster first half for the junior. 14-0 Salem at that point. Then late in the first quarter, freshman Will Adams scored from 23 yards out. Get the home team on the board. 14-7 after one. Then the BG pass game got going. Nate Bowen to Rocco Roy. That was the big connection. 31-yard touchdown pass tied the game at 14, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Salem jumps back out in front after a Jacob Beaudry 13-yard touchdown run made it 21-14. The lead didn't last long. The Cardinals come back. Big pass play sets up a short run for Will Adams. Second touchdown for the freshman comes from 2 yards out. 21 apiece midway through the second quarter. But Salem has the last laugh. Salkovich again. a 52-yard touchdown run, part of a monster first half, as I mentioned. Salkovitz at the break, 5 carries, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's had help from Jordan Zanini in that Salem run game. 5 carries, 40 yards for Zanini. And Bishop Guertin statistically were led by the quarterback, Nate Bowen. Steve, you were right. I shortchanged Bowen. 8 completions, 118 yards.
I had 105, but
and
that's
a
more like it.
touchdown. Rocco Roy with 104 of those on just 4 catches. Hudson Schmidt paced the Cardinals with the run attack, 4 carries for 37 yards.
We're in one day, Nick, we've seen 4 football teams, no matter what happens the second half here, 4 football teams that can provide the kind of balance of solid offense and defense that make them they're not in the game, they're contenders. There's no question about it. If they stay healthy and they keep the improvement curve going each week, minimal mistakes tonight. Football is getting cleaner. It was cleaner today. It was cleaner tonight so far in the first half. We'll see what the second half brings. But there's no question you got Bedford and Pinkerton kind of in a room all of their own there, but right next door are at least the 4 teams we saw today. And from what we see with Memorial, they've got to be thrown in there. And there are other teams as well. As I think of them, they'll come to mind that are solid football teams. And what 2025 season looks like right now, Nick, is it's going to have a lot of parity in the league, and it's just going to get better and better. We got big matchups coming every single week.
Yeah.
As it relates to this game, Nick, just very, very impressed with both offenses, how they move and the weapons they have. And when you've got an offensive line, I watched the platooning coming in, players coming on and off. There's good depth there for them to be able to use, and that's what you're going to need on the offensive line, especially in a hard-fought game. You're going to have to rest some players and from time to time and to get them a break. And both of these teams have that. Both of these teams are in very good shape from what I've seen so far.
Yeah. Some scores from last night in Division I. Memorial undefeated still after a 40-12 win over Timberlane. Central evened up their record at 2-2, beating Portsmouth on the Seacoast 49-35. South is 3-1. They won the Battle of the Bridge over crosstown rival Nashua North 48-34. As you can see, some big scores this week, week 4, packed with offense. Here's a defensive score. Dover, their first win, comes over Spalding, 8-0.
Good for Dover. Good for Dover.
That was last night. Some of the lower divisions, Sauhegan, defending champ, took it to my alma mater. Manchester West 33-0, the final there. And St. Thomas blew out Bow 42-7. Winnisquam with a win, 35-0 over Franklin.
Nick, I'm just asking if you have the quarterback numbers for passing yards.
I do.
What does Bowen have? And
Bowen 8 completions, 118 yards.
Got that one. Yep. What about Mason?
And Mason only 1 completion.
Yeah.
I believe on just 1 attempt.
Yeah.
A 10-yard completion back in that first half.
I don't think as we saw last week, I don't think it's something that he can't do. I just think that the running game and the pitch game and everything's going so well. Steve Abraham more, I kind of understand Steve's mindset is want to run the ball until they stop you. I'm kind of built the same way, and he just really hasn't had to. So, but,
exactly.
If I from what I've seen with Mason's arm and his abilities, he's got that ability as well. It's just when you've got a Bowen who's just a passing machine, a big thing for BG tonight that I've seen is Rocco, route runner, comes back, not afraid to come back to the ball. There just seems to be really solid chemistry there, and you've got to have that primary receiver. And I think that Bowen has a couple. I really do. He's impressive.
All right, Bishop Guertin trailing by a touchdown. Hoping to come out of this one with a second-half comeback, and their undefeated record still intact. Off the bounce, it's the freshman, Jake Bowen, crossed the 30, ultimately to the 34-yard line before he stopped in his tracks.
Good return
by Maroon Cannon, member of this sophomore class that has been impressive for Salem. Special teams takedown there. They're spotted at the 34. And that is where the Bishop Guertin Cardinal offense will take over 1st and 10.
Well, they have an opportunity to change the game in the second half here and tie this thing up. If they can go all the way to this end zone, would be a big lift for the football team and would just really energize the crowd here. for BG.
The lone back is Logan Curran. He was busy in that first half. 50 yards on 7 carries. Here's his 8th.
Nice move.
Gets a block at the 40, is met at the 44, and dragged down at the 45. Good tackle for Zanini. He's been busy defensively.
Yeah.
Been busy on offense as well, as we talked about. Special teams, he's everywhere tonight. Makes the tackle there, but not before Bishop Guertin moves the sticks. First down. So Curran gets 11.
This looks like a pass here.
Man in motion. They fake to Schmidt. They keep it with the quarterback, and he bursts through the hole untouched. Breaks a tackle at the stick. Is into Salem territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. A 15-yard run there for Nate Bowen. Didn't see him use the legs too much, Steve, in that first half, but that one, an impressive run.
Well, I thought it was going to be a pass. Quite a few defensive backs. I counted 7, only 5 guys up in front. And I think Jake, I don't know if he made that call on his own, but it certainly was a good call given the defensive front that they had and protected the football well.
35 yards rushing on 2 carries for Bowen. Here's a toss. It's the freshman Adams, and he's ridden down at the 36.
Good chunk, though.
Tackled by Salkovich. We got a 2nd and 7 coming.
Yep.
Coach Nailing going to speak with Fabiano as we take a look at the replay. Adams, 2 touchdowns in that first half, but has not touched it a whole lot, Steve. Only his 4th carry. Had 3 for 30 in that first half. Another up the middle run. This is Fabiano.
Kind of a wedge, build the blockers, run tight splits.
It's a first down.
And just try to, just kind of create a plow that goes into the offensive line, pushes them aside and into the defensive linebacker core, and just keep moving the football, and they have their first down. Coach Nailing uses that regularly.
Here's the no huddle that we saw early in the game as well.
Something's up.
And Salem not quite ready for it. Looked like the Blue Devils were early. Salem only 1 penalty in that first half. 15 yards.
Once fatigue starts setting in a little early for that to happen. I just think they're just pumped up and trying to gain advantage, but referee's right on it.
5-yard penalty. 2 minutes in, 3rd quarter. Bowen on 1st and 5. Handoff, and Curran skates away from one man. He's down to the 15. Driven out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Nice run.
Another 15 yards and another first down. That's the second longest run tonight for Curran. As the junior ripped off a 24-yard gain back in the first half. BG on the march here in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 13. A little bit of a jump that may have been the right tackle.
Yep. I think it was. Number 76.
That's Max Moynihan, the senior.
Yep.
Played mistake-free so far, but just moved the shoulders enough to catch the attention of the officials. It's the 7th penalty tonight against Bishop Guertin.
Well, this is interesting. They got Jake Bowen out in the...
Sorry, go ahead.
They got Jake Bowen out in the receiver core. And it looks like they brought number 10... Oh, I'm sorry. I had that backwards. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Meanwhile, the officials are still discussing the play. Question is, was the defender in the neutral zone when the flinch happened?
I don't know. They're trying to sort it out. Yep.
And that is the case.
That is the call
against Salem. So hang on. It's got Coach Abraham upset.
Yeah, he's not happy with the call at all.
So back-to-back penalties against Salem. Bishop Guertin in business here.
2nd and 5 is a lot better than 2nd and 10.
2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Long count here. Bowen flips to Curran. Curran follows Bowen through the hole. He's inside the 5. Dragged down at about the 2-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there by Ryan Tott.
Yep.
the senior for Salem.
Just tuck the ball behind your blockers here. They got a nice clear out block by number 9, Jonah Feliciano.
Jack Richard involved in the tackle as well.
I don't see any selfishness on either one of these programs, Nick. These guys are all, no matter what position they're playing, they recognize that blocking wins championships. And
fake to Curran, they keep it with the quarterback, and Bowen turns himself into the end zone. A 2-yard touchdown run, and once again, Bishop Guertin is back within a point, trying to tie the game here at 28.
Yeah, nice drive. Had a couple penalties they were able to take advantage of, but a nice mix and sequence of plays here. Pretty much stuck to the running game. And, the key here is just great blocking and having the wherewithal to use that blocking.
Bowen trying to add the extra point. Good hold, nice. Kick up and good, and we are tied. 28 all. Less than 3 minutes in, third quarter. An impressive touchdown march there from the Cardinals. Capped off by a 2-yard touchdown run from the junior quarterback, Nate Bowen. 7 plays, and again, some costly penalties by Salem down inside the red zone.
Got a 28-28 deadlock with essentially, 21 minutes to play. That's a lot of football left with 28-28, the way both of these teams are playing. Defense can't seem to really stop consistently on either one of these teams. You just kind of felt since the opening it was an offensive night. And I don't think there's anything wrong with these defenses, Nick. I just think their offenses are that good.
Yeah, we knew about the reputation for both these teams on the ground this season. And, well, both teams have been impressive in that regard. Bishop Guertin, as we talked about, aired it out a bit through the first 2 quarters as well.
Oh, they're going to go onside.
Kick. Will it reach the 50? It takes a Salem bounce, and it's recovered by the Blue Devils. Wyatt Goldman, as the senior dives in, about a yard in front of the midfield stripe.
Pretty good play there by Wyatt. I don't think he wanted to take the chance of it having rolling forward, because if he doesn't go out and grab that, you get 3 BG players all around it. So he took a little risk for his team, but I think it paid off. I'm not sure that wouldn't, it was bounding when he grabbed it. It had enough zip to get over the 50.
So Coach Nalen rolls the dice there, and it does not pay off. Salem instead handed good real estate here. 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 48. So here comes this ground and pound attack. Van Mason, the sophomore quarterback, in his second start. Going to toss to Zanini, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. It's Curran waiting for him on the edge. Good tackle by the junior.
Logan has been doing it all game, Nick. He's very, very good. Watch how he handles the edge on this tackle against a very, very fast running back. Look at the outside position. What a terrific job by that young man, number 3, Logan Curran. Nice work, Logan.
2-yard pickup in the end for Zanini. 2nd down and 8 for Salem.
That's textbook of how to contain a runner.
Cardinals going to crowd the line of scrimmage. 5 defensive linemen awaiting the 2nd and 8 snap. Handoff. Salkovich met at the line of scrimmage again. Chimalecki wrestles him down.
Well, BG coming out with a good defensive front here.
No gain for Salkovich on his 6th carry. And now a 3rd and 8 here. BG's defense hoping to force a 3 and out.
Yeah, you got a
28.
down and distance situation. Take the heavier and bigger linemen off and get more athletes in there. Nice move.
Yeah, only 3 down linemen this time.
Yep, but all
3rd down and 8. Mason under center, long count, drops the snap. Ball's on the ground. It's up for grabs.
Still
it's still loose. Now Salem does get to it, but they're going to lose a yard in the process. All that for a 1-yard loss. Stalkovich does recover it. And we get ourselves a 4th down. So a 3 and out. Just what the doctor ordered if you're Bishop Guertin. So Salem will punt the ball away, what's been a rarity tonight. Cardinals get the stop they were hoping for. First punt tonight for Salem. We saw one for Bishop Guertin in the first quarter. Plenty of time here. Bryant lets off a line drive. It's going to bounce at the 20. BG lets it roll inside the 10. It's going to come to a stop inside the 5, where it's down at the 4-yard line by Zanini.
Well, that's what happens when you just have one kick returner, Nick. It opens up to each side quadrant. You've got to be a skilled kicker to do it, but he did it right there, and that is that's putting them deep in the zone right there.
Starting at their own 4. We head towards the midway point, third quarter. Game tied at 28. Several lead changes, as we talked about. Salem, they jumped out in front 14-0. BG came back to tie the game at one point at 21. It's gone midway through the second quarter. Salem scored a couple of highlight runs in that first half from junior Colin Salkovich. Meanwhile, swimming away on 1st and 10, but ultimately being taken down by Ryan Tott, was Cardinal quarterback Nate Bowen. It was doomed from the get-go. No gain there, second down and 10.
Get good eyes, Nick. Took me a second for him to get up before I realized it was a nice job by Ryan.
Yeah, Tott's starting to put together a pretty good game.
Yes, he is.
He's one of the 4 Salem captains. And I've got him for 4 tackles, and I'm shortchanging him a few.
That's not easy to bring
Bowen down. No,
Nathan Bowen down at all.
No receivers on the field here. Just a straight toss. Curran trying to get around the corner and is dragged down after crossing the line of scrimmage. They'll mark him at the 9. It's a 4-yard gain in the end for Curran.
That's number 74 again.
That's
Tott. He's playing some high-level defensive line. Watch this. Holds on. Hold on with everything. Pulls his shirt down. You always like a lineman that's very active in the tackling game. Watch. Look at this. That is just overtaking your blocker.
Max effort for sure.
Max effort. Absolutely.
3rd and 6.
Been watching him, Nick, all game.
Salem looking to force a 3-and-out. 3-man rush. Plenty of time to throw. There's the catch. It's Fayed. Across the 25 up to the 28 when it's all said and done.
Well, if you're a head coach on BG side, you've got a sigh of relief right there when you've got a gun like Bowen has. Let me tell you, he got it done. Don't underestimate the significance of that play. They got him deep in their own zone. They need a first down at least to get field position out, and they do it. That's a big play.
19-yard connection there from Bowen to Fayed. Tackle made by Brody Longton. 1st and 10 Cardinals. A little bit of breathing room here as we cross inside of 5 minutes, third quarter. Back to the freshman, Adams, right side. Little shake at the 35, lowers the shoulder, and is down to up to the 38-yard line. A couple of yards shy of that stick.
Well, that last play gave him a little bit of fresh air right there to work off of, and now you get the locomotive going. Boy, what a game this is.
Turning out to be a good one.
28-28.
Second down in inches. Movement up front.
They got him.
That's one of the co-captains for the Blue Devils, James Nelson.
Yeah, not necessary whatsoever, Nick.
Senior.
You got to hold your ground right there. That just makes it, a second and first down.
Yep.
And just continues. You know, they're moving the sticks. You got to be able to, stay disciplined. So hard to do because you want to make a play so badly, and you think you can time that cadence, but.
Yeah, Nelson upset with himself, the senior.
You got to watch that ball.
3rd penalty against Salem in this third quarter, only 1 throughout the first half. Handoff right side, Hudson. Schmidt, he's back to work. And he grinds his way up to the 48.
Watch Hudson. There was nothing to gain here, and Hudson just has that forward lean and the strength. Watch the core strength with this young man. Look at the forward lean. That's what you like to see right there, and driving those legs. There really wasn't much there, and he found it. And he made extra.
Paybon wrestled him down in the end, the sophomore's 3rd tackle.
Oh, boy, he runs heavy.
Empty set here. Second down and 6. Bowen Plenty of time against a four-man rush.
Got him. Ooh.
Hits his man in the hands, but it's incomplete.
Rocco wants that one back.
That one had some spice on it.
Yep.
Roy, 4 catches, 104 yards in that first half.
Yeah, a little hot pepper on the hot dog right there. Let me tell you. That young man's got a gun out there, Nathan.
Yeah, the junior a couple of years back, Steve. As a freshman, he was kind of tutored by the senior quarterback at the time. That was Mike McDonald. Remember, he led the state in passing yards for the Cardinals.
Yep.
Learned a lot then. And then
some good mentor.
Last year, as we mentioned, won the job outright as a sophomore. Now in year number 2 as a starter, still only a junior. He's going to run here across midfield.
Are you sure that Santa Suazo wasn't in his last year when he was a freshman?
No, Santa Suazo was the year before.
Was it? Okay.
Yes. Meanwhile, 4th down and 2.
That was a fun year.
It was.
That game over in Timberlane. Remember that game between what a war between Timberlane and BG.
Meanwhile, Coach Nalen not going to mess around here and punt the football, it looks like, on 4th down and 2. We move inside of 3 minutes to go. Or are they going for it? Well, they're going to drop the quarterback, who is also the punter, under center here for the 4th and 2.
Coach Nalen fired up on the sidelines now.
Salem with a crowded box defensively, hoping for a stop. Bishop Guertin looking for the 46-yard line, and we're not going to get a play yet. Timeout, BG. Cardinals will freeze the clock with 2:36 to go in this third quarter. Our broadcast brought to you by Beals Insurance. Locations in Bedford, Londonderry, and Epping. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Visit BealsInsurance.com. Also by MG Sports Fundraising. That's fundraising made easy. MG Sports Fundraising is the official fundraising partner of Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. Visit MGSportsFundraising.com. Start raising money for your team today. By TKQB Academy. Be the best QB you can be. Call Trevor Knight at 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. By Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right. For a free estimate, visit AccurateTree.com. And finally, by Jewett Construction. Planning, architecture, construction management. Come join us to build something great at JewettConstruction.com.
Here we go.
Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. A big 4th and 2 coming here late in the third quarter.
It looks like almost 3.
Handoff up the middle.
You got it.
And it's close.
He got it.
Second effort may have made the difference.
Wow.
They needed to find the 46, and they may place the football at the Salem 45. Let's take a look at the replay. Our referee tonight, Mark Redmond Jr. is going to signal first down. That's Fabiano grinding out the tough 3 yards needed. 7 carries tonight, 33 yards for the senior. It's made a big difference on defense for the Cardinals tonight as well.
That's a big pickup right there. The whole BG sideline coaches, they are just fired up. There's the gravity of this situation, this game. He understands, Coach Nalen, how important this game is for both teams.
First down and 10. Handoff Schmidt.
He is impressive.
2 men miss.
Wow.
Dives his way down close to
flag.
the first down marker. But there's a flag back behind the line of scrimmage.
Late. Very, very late flag.
And it's a hold against BG. First penalty of the third quarter against the Cardinals. As we get a look there, Schmidt able to,
Where's the hold? I didn't see the hold.
in the end, pick up 9, but it's going to be erased on the 10-yard penalty.
While we're waiting for that, can we take another look at that? Here we go, right here. Well, we're not going to see anything there. Boy, what balance he has. Hudson Schmidt's been a factor. Let's see if we can see the hold here.
Going to respot the ball at the Cardinal 44.
Well, it's off screen, so that's all right.
It's a tough one to swallow.
We'll take the officials' expertise there.
First and a mile. Bowen rolls out right, throws
Got
out
him.
the back foot, and there's Roy along the sideline to make the catch. Makes the grab past the original line of scrimmage, about the 43-yard line. 13-yard pickup through the air there.
Neither coach, Nick, tonight is too enthused about what's going on with the officials tonight. I don't understand it's hard for us to tell, but you can just see by the body language. A lot of communication going back. Just looks like they're dissatisfied. Big game.
Well,
here.
that's part of the persona, right?
High intensity. Yeah.
You've got to be angry at the officials.
Absolutely, and the officials are up for it. I mean, what I look for is officials not doing their job in the wrong place, and they're spot on tonight.
Inside of 2 minutes left, third quarter. And again, a lengthy delay here before the snap. Finally, it's taken. Curran
Another flag. Sorry, Nick.
is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
After a 1 yard pickup.
Just laundry every single play here.
Let's see what we got. Coach Abraham a few feet onto the field here. Anticipating the call.
I believe it was on number 50. Watch here on the right. Watch as he leaves.
It's another hold against BG.
Yep. Yeah, you could see it on the other one that was kind of holding his arm as he was trying to move down the line of scrimmage.
Second hold of the drive and the 8th penalty of the night against the home team.
Yeah, you're going to see it on the far end. Right there in the back.
So second down and long. And back to the shotgun formation for Nate Bowen. He's going to check that wrist. He's got the play sheet. Going to face a 4-man rush. Takes a clean snap. Airs it out over the middle. And there's the catch by Fade. Makes one man miss. And a nice juke at the 35. And he's got a first down. A big 22-yard pickup there for Sam Fade. Second catch since halftime for the senior.
Big play. The timing on these routes just shows the amount of reps and effort that this young quarterback as well as the receiver corps does.
Now,
look at that.
A quick snap. Curran, right side run. Crosses the 30. Pumps the legs at the 25. And is finally stopped at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, this play is quickly run to make a design, all designed to create a situation where defense can't really get set, and they're just bringing 4 or 5 blockers at the point of attack and mowing them over. It's been a hard thing for anybody to stop. Then when they've seen it was starting the Jamboree, same situation there. They executed very well.
Second down and 2. Following the 8-yard pickup. Another pitch. Back to the ground. Back to Curran. And he's not going to get much, if anything, there.
Yeah, too much time to get to the line of scrimmage, Nick. Kind of a
Taut again leading the charge for Salem. So, second and 2 becomes third and 2 here.
Yep. I don't know if we're going to be able to look at that again. It just kind of took a long time to develop. Extra split second. Looks like there's an official's timeout?
We have an official's timeout.
Yeah.
It comes with just inside of 15 seconds to play in this third quarter. Now they say run the clock. Salem's defense was heading to the sideline. They're going to head back on the field here, but BG doesn't show any interest in running a play. So that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. The plot thickens here in the Gate City. We have a tie game through 3, 28-28. Will it be BG in the fourth quarter? Do they stay unbeaten, or does Salem finish the job on the road? We find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Start of the fourth quarter. Final 12 minutes of regulation here at Stello Stadium in Nashua. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. 28-28. Couldn't have written the script any better.
No.
As we head to the fourth quarter, Salem jumped out in front 14-0. Cardinals answered with 2 touchdowns of their own. Salem held a 28-21 lead at the break. Defenses, Steve, showed up in that third quarter.
Yep.
Cardinals got themselves a touchdown to tie the game, but overall, those offenses were held in check in that third quarter.
Quite a bit of penalties as well.
Yes.
A lot of yellow flags, a lot of laundry on the field.
Some of those ill-timed.
Yep. Which I think is a factor as well, as you said, good defense as well.
BG has been penalized 8 times tonight for 85 yards. Salem 4 penalties for 30 yards. Final 12 minutes here in the Gate City, and BG goes back to the ground. Hudson Schmidt on the right side run ends up inside the 20. It's close to a first down, and they do give it to him.
Hudson's offensive production in this game, Nick, is becoming huge. Every time you need to get that 5, 6, 7 yard carry, he's getting it for you. And a lot of times there's not a heck of a lot there, but he follows his blocks that he has really, really well, and he makes a good, low, hard cut and drives his legs. He's hard to bring down, and he's hard to get.
He's looked good tonight.
He's hard to line up.
Only 6 carries, but a productive 44 yards.
Is that all he's had? Is 6? No, he's got to have more than that.
Again, unofficial. All my stats come with a grain of salt, Steve, as you know.
Well, you're doing a lot of things over there, Nick, so let's be
off
fair.
Up the middle, and this will produce a decent gain, 4, maybe 5 on that dive.
So well done, so well disguised.
That's Feliciano, who's got another 5 to his credit.
It's an area where BG's offense has really improved, is to sell the fake. The quarterback and the fake handoff.
Yeah, both teams do that well.
They've done it very, very well. Salem's done it well far back as I can remember.
For years, for decades. First minute in the books here, fourth quarter. BG in the red zone on a 2nd down and 5. And bobbling the handoff is Schmidt. It's going to result in the loss. Josiah Pabone in the backfield for the tackle. That one not secured cleanly right away, and it hurts the Cardinals.
You're going to see here on the replay, Nick, what happened is there's just guys in the backfield never really got a chance to comfortably hand the ball off, and that's testament to the Blue Devil defense here.
They lose 2.
Yes.
So now a 3rd down and 7, we'll call it. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Looking left, throwing left, and caught by Roy despite
down.
A man on his back. A flag is thrown in late. It was Jury Nunez on the coverage.
Yeah, this is the amount of flags we're seeing now, Nick's getting almost annoying. It's just almost every other play. You like to see the game go, but if these infractions are that blatant, then you got to call them.
It's the 13th overall penalty tonight.
Yeah.
And it's a defensive hold against Salem.
Yep. Okay.
May have been on the corner, Jury Nunez.
Nick,
who has played well tonight with 4 tackles.
I think tonight I'm falling into the Nick and Asta school of let him play the game a little bit, but
I'm a trailblazer there.
Yeah, no, I know, and you just there's sometimes when you and I diverge a little on that. This is when I'm with you right now, and 100%. It just seems like there's going to be clutching and grabbing. It's just going to happen in a physical game like this, and I'm not saying let blatant calls go. Of course not, but.
Well, it's a 5-man crew, and it's a tough sport to officiate, as we know.
Of course it is.
As you just said.
I love these guys, but
you could, in theory, really throw a flag every play.
That's the point. Show me a man, I'll show you a crime, right?
1st and goal.
Who said that, Nick? Give me a little educated.
Inside the 9-yard line. We're not going there yet.
Well, I know.
Meanwhile, on the road, throw out.
There you go.
In the end zone, touchdown, and the Cardinals have their first lead of the night. He comes with just over 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. BG now out in front, 34-28.
That was a hard-fought drive right there.
A 9-yard pitch and catch to seal the deal.
Well, BG student section fired up over there to the right. Good crowd coming from here overall. as well as highly concentrated in the student section over there. So they're pretty happy. Plenty of time to play here in the fourth quarter. Basically 10 minutes.
Bowen trying to go 5 for 5, and he does. Right down the middle. 35-28. Inside of 10 minutes remaining in regulation, and now Salem in an unfamiliar spot, trailing for the first time tonight, set to get the football.
Offensive line in that drive, they're doing a great job. Don't count Salem out here. They've been able to move the ball themselves.
9-yard touchdown from Bowen. That's his second touchdown tonight. And he's also scored one on the ground. So 2 through the air, 1 on the ground for Bowen. Approaching 200 passing yards as well. So, another plot twist here as the Cardinals take their first lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, here we go. If you're Salem, you want to answer back here right away. You don't want to be running down at a low time in the clock. Don't want to give the ball away.
Bowen, squib kick. That's been the story tonight. Fielded by Bryan across the 40. 2 hands around the football. Over the 45 and close to midfield.
Yeah, don't really understand the squib kick, Nick. You just kind of, and you're only kicking it to the 40-yard line. 44-yard line when he picked it up, and now he's at the 50.
We've seen several drives start near midfield. This one's slated to begin at the Salem 49.
I'm all for not kicking it directly to the receiver, but at least get it past the second line. These are nothing more than squibbies. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well just do an onside kick and be going for it every time. But they're kicking a little beyond that and not even giving the kickoff team opportunity to recover it.
They've kicked right at Ryan Bryant, one of the
Yeah,
up men, and
I don't know.
He is held up every time.
Hey, they're in the lead, 35-28, so I don't know.
Here's Salkovich, jumps through the line of scrimmage, where he's tackled from behind by Chmielewski. Salkovich, 155 yards in that first half, Steve. 3 carries since, and a grand total of 6 yards.
Yep.
After that 5-yard carry there. Second down and 5. Second and 4, looks like. Salkovich, 2 long touchdowns in that first half. One from 64, another from 52 yards out. Second and 4. Up the middle. Left side, and now another productive run for Jacob Beaudry. Beaudry, 3 carries in that first half. 1-yard touchdown.
I didn't see a flag, but he kind of blew the whistle. Now there's a communication. I didn't see a flag, though, Nick.
I don't either.
Yep, there it is, holding.
It's against Salem. So wipe off the Beaudry run.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be from the spot. Appears as though it is.
5th penalty against Salem, 4th since halftime. Doesn't seem to sit well with longtime Salem head coach Steve Abraham.
No, like I say, Nick, I've been watching both. You see right there, he's frustrated. Neither coach has been overly thrilled tonight.
Second down and 6. Of course, the hold occurred downfield. Back to the ground, Salkovich around the right corner, met by Chmielewski, and then finished off by the pursuit. Boy, the senior Aaron Chmielewski starting to put it together defensively. A handful of tackles. He's touched the ball a couple of times on offense as well.
Looked like number 9, Jonah Feliciano, was in there as well. Yeah, He's the one that got a hold of him. And Chmielewski came in to finish the job, but number 9 was in there.
He's been busy tonight.
He has been busy. He sure has.
3rd and 4. Nearly 4 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. The home fans hoping the defense can come up with a stop. Salem looking for the 41-yard line. They go with a quick hitter, and that one is jammed up.
Nice pickup by BG.
Nowhere to go for Beaudry.
Yep. Boy, it seems to me, Nick, when you've got these speedsters here that have been able to stretch out the field.
Bishop Kearns with the stop. Junior had a sack in the first half. And now we've got a 4th down and 3, it looks like.
Looked like BG was stacking the box pretty heavy there. So I think that speaks to why they were able to make that stop. Just good defensive line work with plenty of personnel.
4th and 3 from the Cardinal 44-yard line. Mason under center, 4-man front, takes the snap, rolls out, throws a pass, got a man. It's Beaudry. First down and then some. Down the sideline, inside the 20, tackle from behind at the 15.
Big play, I believe, we'll look back to remember, Nick, because if nothing else, it's really that's a big hit right there.
That's a 31-yard pickup.
Is it that long?
31.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
longest pass tonight for young quarterback Van Mason, just his second completion.
You're going to see here they had a deep receiver to bring them back. See the deep receiver out in the distance there, and then they immediately go into the blocking mode. That's a well-designed play. Nice roll out there by Van Mason. He just continues to impress me, Nick.
So a 1st and 10 from the 13. Salem hoping to tie the game as we move toward the midway point, fourth quarter.
This is just a young sophomore. Wow.
Handoff, Salkovich, right side, looks for the corner, spins. He's lucky to get a yard. Hit initially by Drew Redfern, and then I think finished off in pursuit by Sam Fayed.
I think he got more than a yard, maybe.
Curran on the play as well.
Yeah, we'll give him 2, but not much.
Yeah, looks like 2nd down and 8 on the way. Ball just outside the 11, so we'll give him 2, you're right.
Nice job there defensively by Sam Fayed. He's playing very well on both sides of the ball.
Right. 2nd and 8. And now we have a timeout?
Yeah, I think Coach, Coach Abraham.
Yep. So timeout Salem.
That's his second, right? No, that's his first in the second half. Says he has 3. Yep.
Each team now with 2 remaining.
Yep.
Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you from Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. It's our Game of the Week presented by Beals Insurance. We were busy earlier today out on the Seacoast. We had Winnicott against Exeter. That's a game that came down to the wire. That broadcast is up on our YouTube channel. Check it out under the video section. And hit the like and subscribe button while you're there. That'll help us out big time. Friday Night Lights New Hampshire on YouTube at FNL Media. Free to subscribe, and you'll be in the know the rest of the season. And then last night, Steve, the Mac Plaque game in Derry, Pinkerton and Londonderry. Kind of a rivalry week across the state. And as a result, we saw a lot of good football in week 4.
This is a weekend to remember. You know, you cover 6 teams with 3 games, Nick, and you have the quality of play that all these 3 teams and the quality teams that they are on one weekend.
We've been spoiled.
Jeez.
2nd and 8 out of the timeout. Pitch left side, ball on the ground. And it's Drew Redfern coming the other way for Bishop Guertin. Out to midfield before Mason rides him down along the sideline. Big time fumble recovery and return by Drew Redfern. As Salem turns the ball over in the red zone, the Cardinals have it with their lead still on the board, 35-28.
You're going to see here on the replay, folks, this is just because the defensive line exploded across the line of scrimmage. Watch here. Exploded. Never were able to really get the play off comfortably. Then knocks the ball out and has the wherewithal. Watch this pickup here. This is, look at the containment. Double hit at the same time and took advantage of a good bounce right there, and look at him run down the field. That is a big-time play in this game. BG sideline is ecstatic.
It's the first turnover either way. And now the Cardinals set up shop in Salem territory, but their first down run call is snubbed out.
Yeah, number 54 right there. That's a heck
Jack
of a...
Richard. He's been busy tonight. A handful of tackles for the junior.
Yep. So... the defense really, with 5:41, Nick, this is crunch time right here. The defense has got to stand up, got to make this really one first down is just going to get 2 timeouts, but you're going to need them on that offensive run back down the field if you can get it. So
This is a game in which Bishop Guertin trailed 14-0 out of the gate.
Yeah, you got to give this team a tremendous.
Down 7 at the half, tied the game by the end of the third quarter, and now in a position to finish it out. With Will Adams, the freshman, being gang tackled somewhere shy of the 36-yard line. A third down coming up.
Well, interesting dynamic coming up here. Let's just say that BG does get the first down. That speaks for itself. But if they don't, the down and distance situation, of course, comes into play. But does Coach Nalen want to drive and kick them down deep into their own end? Or does he want to roll the dice and go for it on fourth down? We're going to see. That is a big decision we'll see coming up.
You're always a step ahead, Steve. Third down right now. It becomes a moot point if the Cardinals can move the sticks.
Got it.
They do. Complete along the near sideline. The catch made at the 25.
Who else?
It's Rocco Roy.
Who else? He's been something tonight.
It's another first down and a pickup of 17.
They have good chemistry, Nathan Bowen and Rocco. Great chemistry. They just have the timing down. Very difficult for the defensive back to handle.
6 catches for Roy tonight, 134 yards unofficially. On first down, straight ahead. And inside the 20 goes the big back, Feliciano. Gain of 6 there to set up 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to move down toward the 4-minute mark.
We saw it going way back to the Jamboree. This offensive line of the Cardinals was solid in that game, and they've been solid ever since. This is something here where, you know, if you look at who these teams played, let's see here. Cardinals, Pathfinder Vocational, Merrimack, and Keene. Nothing against any of those teams, but this is by far the toughest team they've played in there so far coming through.
Bowen spins around, runs to his right. He's got running room. Across the 15 and down to the 11.
Just offensive surge coming off the ball. And, you know, Nathan Bowen, just a smart athlete. Watch him just put 2 arms around the ball. Ball security's key here. Now watch him. He's not trying to get a touchdown. He's trying to get a first down and just protects the ball extremely well.
Gain of 8 there for Bowen.
11 yards essentially to making it most likely too distant for the Salem to come back with at the time, but Salem's got to stop them here.
A touchdown or a field goal makes it a 2-score game.
It does.
Salem with 2 timeouts remaining. Clock ticking down to 3 minutes. 1st and 10 from the 11. Handoff right side, Schmidt. And he crosses the 10. He's down to about the 7-yard line. A no-nonsense run there.
If I had all 3 timeouts, which he doesn't, I would have burned one there this play, right after the end of this play, but he's only got 2. So probably going to have to use one if they're able to. That's right, it's only 2nd down, isn't it? I'm thinking it's 3rd down.
No, 2nd and 6.
Wow. It's been a long day.
And BG going to use as much of the play clock as they can before the snap. Crowded box for Salem. Bowen is under center. Turns to his left this time. Hands off to Curran. Curran diving across the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
Able to break the plane with the outstretched right arm. Ends up in the end zone, and Salem now trails by 2 scores. BG 41, Salem 28. And now 20 unanswered points by the Cardinals dating back to the 3rd quarter.
Just great offensive line work, Nick, and the runners are skilled. They're protecting the football and just grabbing every yard they possibly, a little bit of real estate they possibly can get.
Logan Curran,
looks like it's good.
7-yard TD run. Bowen the extra point, 42-28.
Well, coaching staff on the sideline here is just really enthused about what their football team is in the process of doing. It's a big statement by BG. Big statement.
They should be. Undefeated coming in, hoping to leave the building with a 4-0 record. Salem, meanwhile, staring their 2nd straight loss in the face here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been watching this young freshman. Excuse me, one sec. Been watching this young freshman, Vincent Nalen, Nick, and the strength that he has for a freshman on the offensive line, playing left tackle, one of the most important offensive line position on the field. Different people could argue that, but that's the backside protection of the quarterback. That's pretty important. And the strength that this guy's got is amazing me. What is he going to be like next year and the year after, and potentially the year after that? But the whole offensive line across here in BG the second half has really taken hold. And these runners have delivered.
So a 2-score game with just over 2 minutes remaining, and he's going to outkick the coverage there. Picked up at the 2-yard line by Zanini. Across the 10 and spun down at the 13, but a flag on the play. This may have been a face mask. Feliciano with the tackle. He looks like the guilty party.
Yeah, multiple flags down. Looks like more than one ref official saw it.
Another personal foul call. We saw 2 against the Cardinals in the first half. So Salem will take all the help they can get. Tack on 15 to the end of the run. But the Blue Devils fighting 2 enemies right now, the clock and the Cardinals. Reminder after the game, stats, highlights, analysis, full recap, plus out-of-town scoreboard. As we put a big bow on this successful weekend of broadcasting here. Triple header on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. As we talked about Londonderry and Pinkerton, that broadcast available. Plus Winnicott and Exeter. And of course you can watch this game anytime on our YouTube channel as well. FNL NH Media, the handle. 2:04 to go. 1st and 10. Van Mason to the air. Has Zanini right side. Bounces off a tackler. Spins at the 30 and refuses to go down. Jumps away from a man at the 35. Stiff arms another at the 40. He's got a first down. He crosses midfield before finally Feliciano catches up with him at the 45-yard line. A 27-yard run in the end there after the catch by Zanini.
What coordination that young man has. It's unbelievable what he can do.
Trying to atone for a lost fumble in the red zone.
I thought he had a chance to take it to the house, Nick, to be honest with you.
27-yard hookup. But tick, tick, tick. Down to the final 100 seconds here. Salem still with 2 timeouts. Minute 35 and counting. Mason under center. Takes the snap. Double handoff. And look out. Salkovich with room to run at the 30. Makes another man miss at the 25, at the 20, along the sideline 15. Schmidt tackles him inbounds at about the 10-yard line. Hurry up and go here. 35-yard ground attack there for Salkovich.
Coach Steve is incensed on the sideline about speeding up this offense while the clock. He knows he's got a long first down timeout there until they get the stick set. He wants them ready.
Snap taken with a minute 13 to go. A rollout, a pass, and an incompletion in the end zone. Diving attempt as Brody Longton laid out to try and reel it in, but could not. Pretty well defended there by Bishop Guertin's Drew Redfern. So the clock stopped with a minute 7 remaining. Second down coming up. Well, hang on, Steve. There's a flag on the play. It's down at the 16-yard line. And it's
on
a hold
Salem.
Against Salem. Tough second half penalty-wise for the Blue Devils.
How many is that, about 6?
5 in the second half, 6 total for Salem.
Yeah.
Of course, we saw 6 penalties against the Cardinals before the break in 3 cents.
Yep.
So 15 total combined penalties in the game. Ball replays to the 20. First down and goal. Mason going to drop back, escape the pocket to his right, throw off the back foot. This one up for grabs and intercepted. Picked off at the 5-yard line by Logan Curran. Second takeaway by this Cardinal defense, and that's got the home fans on their feet here with less than 1 minute remaining.
Yeah. Well, Thursday night when we had Coach Nalen on, and I don't know if you remember, I said to you, Coach Nalen, you could tell, very calm, very cool. Said, though, that he had 3 years to work up and put a team together. And you got to really salute this guy and his staff here and putting together a team that does this out in the field. And if you remember, I said to you afterwards, I said, he's very, very cool, but you can tell he just loves his football team and very confident. And both these coaches have really challenged their guys tonight. There's a lot of emotion on the sidelines tonight on both teams.
1st and 10, handoff up the middle and across the 15, up to about the 17-yard line goes Curran. Made the interception on defense, and he rips off an 8-yard run here on offense.
You know, we've seen other games here between both of these teams, Nick. We've done them, and there's always a sense, there's a passion about wanting to win. But I think this year, these teams saw each other as kind of equals and wanted to make a statement. And tonight has been BG's night, and they are making a statement with a 2-touchdown lead. Bear in mind that Pinkerton beat them 34-19, 33-19, whatever it was. Same margin here. What does that tell you about BG?
Well, this one, as you mentioned, perhaps the most impressive of the 4 early wins for the Cardinals.
No question.
As Bowen takes a knee, and the BG Cardinals are going to run off the clock. Strong second half for the home team. They get it done from behind. 42-28 is the final. As the Cardinals remain undefeated, Salem slips back to the 500 mark after their second straight loss moves them to 2-2. Coming up, full recap, stats, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scoreboard, and more. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Maybe it's leaning too close to your home. Maybe it's not healthy. Or maybe you just don't like it there. No matter what the reason is, if you need tree work or pruning, call Accurate Tree Service. They have the right equipment and expertise to properly diagnose, treat, or remove trees, no matter how difficult the terrain. Perhaps simple, careful pruning by our certified arborist is all you need to manage your trees and shrubs. When it comes to your tree care, contact the full-service tree care experts today, Accurate Tree Service, because you only get one chance to take a tree down right.
Are you a quarterback who is ready to take your game to the next level? Well, then it's time to join TKQB Academy. Founded by former UNH standout Trevor Knight, TKQB Academy has worked with student athletes from around New England, helping young quarterbacks to reach their full potential. TKQB Academy offers one-on-one and group sessions that will help you instantly improve your accuracy, timing, mechanics, and footwork. So be the best QB you can be at TKQB Academy. Call 603-732-7194 or reach out on Instagram at TKQBA. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include discount tickets, cards, and calendar raffles to hundreds of local merchants throughout the New England area. Don't waste another season. Raise more funds than ever before and become another football program in New Hampshire that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Well, an impressive performance by Bishop Guertin, especially in that second half, as they hand Salem their second loss of the season and stay undefeated after improving to 4-0. 42-28 is the final in our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals with you. A shootout, to say the least. Salem came out ready to play. 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. The first capped off by a 1-yard score from their quarterback, the sophomore Van Mason. 7-0 at that point. Second drive, same result. Colin Salkovich, 64-yard highlight type run, made it 14-0. BG comes alive late in the first quarter. Freshman Will Adams with a 23-yard rip put the Cardinals on the board. 14-7 our score after 1. Second quarter, the pass game heats up. Nate Bowen finds Rocco Roy from 31 yards out to tie the score at 14. Salem jumps back out in front on the next drive, a 13-yard touchdown run for senior Jacob Beaudry. BG had the answer midway through the second quarter. Game tied again at 21 after Will Adams scores again, this one from 2 yards out. Salem, another big play from Salkovich, 52-yard touchdown. 118 yards for the junior in that first half. 28-21 our score at the break. Third quarter, BG on both sides, they come alive. The Cardinals get Bowen in the end zone on a quarterback keeper, 2-yard scamper to tie the game at 28. And the final 9+ minutes of the third quarter were scoreless, so we head to the fourth, still tied at 28 apiece. Bowen to Schmidt, a 9-yard touchdown pass, second of the night for the junior Nate Bowen. 35-28 the score at that point. And then to put the cherry on the sundae, final 2 minutes, Logan Curran from 7 yards out runs into the end zone to put this one to bed. 42-28 is the final. Bowen over 200 yards passing unofficially, 2 touchdown passes. Rocco Roy with 6 grabs tonight, 134 yards. That included a first half touchdown. And Salem in the loss, they still had a big night from Salkovich, who ends up with nearly, Steve, 200 yards on 10 carries. I've got him in the end for 199 on 10 carries.
To me, Nick, if you're going to go back and analyze the second half of this game, which was really the difference maker, it's essentially at halftime it's 28-28. What is it that BG did? Well, to me, they got first down. They got a lot of yardage on first down. They had a lot of 2nd and 2s, 2nd and 4s, 2nd and 5s, maybe a couple 2nd and 6s. And what that does is just sets it up for that I'll call it kind of like a wedge play, student body through the middle. And if you remember how many plays they just drove the defense back at the point of attack there and gained 5, 6, 7 yards. And, just they moved the first down marker tonight. The chemistry between Nathan Bowen and number 4, Rocco, was incredible tonight. It was really across the board. Bowen's running ability when they needed it the most, he was able to run. He handled the ball, secured it extremely well. Look, Van Mason's going to be a heck of a little quarterback. He is tremendous. Right now, though, BG's lines, to me, in the second half, got it done on both sides of the football. And I also think field position, given BG, when they were kicking those squib kicks, I was really surprised. I thought that field position was really going to help Salem. But the Blue Devils just could not put together the same level of second half as they did in the first half. BG did. And they earned the win tonight, and they've really surprised. They're not surprising anybody. What they have done is enhanced an already a strong opinion of a solid football team, and I think Coach Nalen knew that the other night. Both coaches on the sidelines tonight, you could see the emotion that they were putting in on the sidelines, and there was frustration, during the game, but hard-fought win. BG did.
Salem slips to 2-2. They look to get back on the winning side of things next week when they take on Wyndham. That's a Saturday game at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
BG also in action next Saturday when they take on Nashua North on this field at 4 o'clock.
They're ready.
Want to thank Ryan Bowen and his staff at Bishop Guertin.
So nice.
Making Stello Stadium a welcome place for us to come. Appreciate Ryan, as usual, working hard behind the scenes. Of course, our friends here at the media over at ETV for sharing the space, and our friends from Salem, the father-son Campbell combo that always keeps us well informed.
Nicer people than those two guys. Love working beside them, sharing information. Just a great pair of guys.
And, of course, Coach Nalen for joining us during the week.
Appreciate that.
Pete Terrier, who was down on the field, you saw a moment ago from the New Hampshire Sports page, was our guest, along with Coach Nalen, back on Thursday night's FNL Gridiron. Yep. Want to thank our staff for a long day. Hard work. Good stuff, though. Well worth it. John Barron in end zone 1. Matt Beals down in end zone 2, providing the visuals. Kristen Beals pinch hitting big spot today, both this afternoon and tonight. We appreciate her up here with us. Steve and I had the cozy spot in the booth, and Ben Beals really had both hands on the wheel today, the man behind the curtain, doing a great job back in the Beals.
Ben Beals is with Tucker in the Tucker pen the whole day today. Tucker's going to be wild tonight.
So Ben,
I'll tell you when we go pick him up.
Ben doing double duty with the puppy,
Yep.
but we appreciate the effort. 42-28 is the final. For Steve Beals, I'm Nick Anastas saying so long. Final score, final time. Bishop Guertin, 42, Salem 28. It's a presentation of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Great job.